Hello, welcome to everyone's favorite YouTube channel, the AddEvent account. I am Marissa. I'll be talking today about RSVPs and how to share RSVP events for email newsletters. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create my event, and we will just make this event on the 17th. It's going to be a VIP dinner for my corporate conference. That is the example we're going to go with today, and it will start at 6:15 and go until 8:30. Great. One thing you want to do is add a description. People love a description, so they know what this is about. Please join us for our VIP customer dinner in New York during our conference. RSVP below. RSVP to secure your spot. Perfect. Okay. What we are going to do is we're going to make sure we hit this turn on RSVP button. Otherwise, this will just be a regular event that has an add to calendar button, not collecting RSVPs. If you forget, that's okay. You can always go back and change it, but this is how you set it from the get-go. Now you'll see the first thing it wants to know is the RSVP form under the RSVP settings tab right here. And right now we don't have any forms created, so it's just going to use the standard one, which is name and email address. However, I would highly recommend setting up a custom form so that you can collect additional information. For example, at a dinner, I might want to know if anybody has any allergies or dietary restrictions. The next thing it's asking is the seat limit. So it wants to know how many people can register for this event, if there is a limit. Right now it's set to unlimited. I'm gonna make it 15 because it's gonna be a nice intimate dinner. And then you can display whatever message you'd like. For organizer emails, this is basically whenever somebody RSVPs, do you want to be alerted via email? If yes, do you want that to be only when somebody, RSVPs, or every single day, even if there's no RSVPs? My preference is each time a new person RSVPs, but if you had like a big event where you were collecting hundreds, if not thousands, that might be annoying and you might not want to send it. Or maybe instead you send it every time, but it goes to a Slack channel email address. And then we have the option to stop collecting RSVPs. So basically, if you, for example, are doing a dinner, you probably a day before, a week before, whatever the time frame is, need to give a final head count and finalize the menu, all that stuff. So in that case, you would go ahead and do last chance to RSVP is blank amount of time. Perfect. So I'm going to create this event, and from here we can see that it has moved us to the event details page. I can tell at quick glance that this is an RSVP event because it has this RSVP, of course, section right here where I can see we're using the standard RSVP form and that we currently don't have any seats filled. And right down here we see the RSVP attendees section. So if we did have attendees, this is where it would show. Now, on the left-hand side, I can see the design that we're using for our landing page. This is what the default landing page looks like. If you want to change it, you can create a new design in our custom design templates, and we will cover that in just a minute as well. Moving down, we've got our sharing methods. So you have the RSVP button. This is handy for our email newsletters, for your website, for your landing page. Of course, what this is going to do is actually take the person to this landing page that AddEvent has, because this is where you would RSVP. But we do provide the button so you can, add it how you like. You can also customize the buttons here. If you have certain brand colors that you are looking to use, go ahead and change that, and then it will update the style, the text, the icons, the size, all that jazz, save configuration. Okay, so moving on, you've got direct links. I actually wouldn't use that because basically it's only going to allow them to download for that specific service. If you know for some reason that you're only sending to people using Google Calendar, you could theoretically just send the Google Calendar link, but in my experience, people like to be able to forward it to their work calendar, to their personal calendar, to their colleague. You just really never know what kind of calendar people are using. So I would recommend, if you are using direct links, to use all of them and list all of them. Otherwise, leave them as they are. And lastly, the embeddable RSVP form. One of my favorite things, it's a little embeddable widget for websites. I know today we're talking about email newsletters, so not super relevant. However, check it out if you are interested. It's really nice to put on your website and is very engaging. So moving back up, we are really quickly going to jump into the design templates. Like I said, that's on the left-hand side right here, design templates. And since we are doing a specific template for our landing page, and it is an event that we are doing, we are going to create a design template for our landing page. Now let me move my face out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to call this VIP dinner because this is the template that I'm using for that event. If you had like a standard company template that you wanted to use, you could make it, you know, company template or AddEvent branding if I were to do it. What you can do from here is go ahead and play around with the layout. You know, for example, 2 column, 1 column, light mode, dark mode. You can add logos. So in here, I've just grabbed an example high school and from my other example, but let's grab our logo. Okay, I am uploading the AddEvent logo. Perfect. And then from here, I'm going to give it just a second and insert that. Awesome, now I can see my logo is up here on the landing page. I personally like our logo on the left since it's a bit longer. You can also change the sizing, all that jazz. Okay, you can also add a favicon, but right now we wanna focus on the RSVP aspects. If you have questions about all the customization options, you can check out one of our landing page design template customization videos. They are very helpful as well. Anyways, in the RSVP elements section, this right here is probably a pretty important feature for you to take a look at. You can change it so that it always shows the form inline, removing a friction point. You can do it so that it does the RSVP in a pop-up module like such, or you can keep it out. It is standard, which is click RSVP and then it expands. I personally, for this example, I'm going to keep it inline because I want to remove as many friction points as possible. Now, you can change the form text, not necessary, totally up to you. You can also say, I actually don't really care if people maybe want to come or are not coming. I only want the going option. Do what, you know, what works for you. And then from here, you can also see there's different response options for the confirmation text. Go ahead and put whatever you'd like. And same thing with the RSVP button text, respond instead of RSVP. You can put whatever. A couple last things is that you can add the attendee count. So you can say there are 25 attendees going. That would show how many people are registered. So maybe 25 registrations or 25 dinner guests or whatever. And then the seat remaining count, this is going to be if you have limited the number of seats, like we did, we said, I think 15, it would show, you know, limited seats left, 45 seats left. That's only going to show up, obviously, if you add that. Anyways, we will go ahead and create this design, and I'm going to jump back in really quickly to our event to show you how to apply that design. Right here, we have the little example of what the landing page looks like. By default, it's on default design. I'm going to add the AddEvent branding one. And now we can see it added the logo up here, and it's got the form inline as opposed to when it was on the default, it does not have the logo. It has the button that expands, right? Okay, so that is how we customize the RSVP for the landing page. We also probably want to customize the RSVP form. For me, if I am hosting a dinner, I probably want to ask about dietary restrictions. I'm going to put, please list any dietary restrictions and make it mandatory to fill out. Now, if you want to create other question field types, you are totally able to. We've got a ton of options. And if you don't see what you're looking for, feel free to contact support and request a suggestion. Not guaranteed, but we do like to hear from you guys if there's something that we're missing that you want to add in. You can also uncheck the mandatory to fill out box. That's going to be, you know, just basically from the red mandatory to fill out, it means it's optional. I'm just going to ask another silly question. Are you left-handed? Maybe we'll seat you in a different spot. If you are, oh, I put text. I actually maybe want, let's see, drop down, and I want it to be yes or no. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. And then maybe I actually want to collect first name. You can edit the original ones in there, and then you could do last name separate. Okay, so, excuse me. The next thing I want to configure is the email notifications. By default, AddEvent is going to send 3 emails to your RSVP guests. The first email is going to be a confirmation email saying, thank you for registering, just confirming that they have registered and sharing all of the details with them, as well as a link to add it to their calendar, the little add to calendar link. The second email is going to be the reminder email. This by default is 1 day before the event takes place. However, you can change that timing to up to 7 days. And then reminder email 2. That is going to be anywhere from 1 hour to 23 hours. You can configure that as well. In all of these emails that are in this section, you can just go ahead and type directly in here. So I'm just going to say this is a reminder for the event instead of this is an automatic reminder. If you wanted to add, your logo in here or an image, you totally could. Let's just say I want to add that AddEvent logo there. Maybe a little bit smaller and then a break. Cool. And then what you can do is hit save form. That is going to save regardless of where you're at, and then it's going to take you back to the screen. If you want to keep editing, you can make all the changes at once and then hit save form. Just don't leave the page until you've hit saved, of course. We do have the option for a follow-up email. By default, this is just what it says. The go to survey link is just a placeholder, so there's not a survey there. Make sure that if you are, sending this, you do adjust the information. And then lastly, you'll notice the update email. This is basically a template. If you want to do a one-off email, say something changes or say you just want to contact the group, you can go ahead and do that. This is the template. The message that you're sending is actually done in a different spot. You'll see that there's the message kind of tag that is pulling through. So you don't need to adjust this if you want to send a one-off message. That's just if you want to customize the email to match your branding or what have you. And then lastly, settings. If you want to change the language, we support a bunch of other languages. I'm just going to leave mine in English for now. And then you can customize your sender name and email address. This is what the emails are coming from. Please note that this is going to change it at a global level. You can't unfortunately change it for individual events. So if you change this, it is going to be on all events. So just make sure that you have that sorted and you have thought about that. Great. So let's go ahead and add this RSVP form to our RSVP event. Clicking in, I will go ahead and hit edit. And then make sure I click into the RSVP settings. Here is where the RSVP form is set. And if I click that, I can now see my VIP dinner questions and hit save. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and open this up in the landing page just to see, as a reminder, what it looked like before. This is the standard. And now we've added our logo. We've had the inline. You can see, are you left-handed, yes or no? All of that good jazz. So let's go ahead and just really quickly. No, I guess it would have been better to say, are you, I don't know, ambidextrous also. But anyways, okay. So let's go ahead and RSVP. Oops, forgot to put my own last name. Great. Once I've RSVP'd, it's going to present me the add to calendar confirmation button. This is, of course, super helpful to making sure people actually show up and remember and all that good stuff. So definitely make sure that you're always following up with an add to calendar button. Once we have received the email, I will show you what it looks like. Give me just 2 seconds. All right, so here we go. We are in our email now, and this is what the confirmation email looks like. As it's come in, you can see I've added my logo up top. We've got the confirmation for the VIP dinner. It's pulling through dynamically the name of that, the time, the organizers, the event, all of that information, and it includes that add to calendar button by default. Awesome. Okay, let's jump back over to AddEvent. In AddEvent, like I mentioned, we wanted to look at how to actually send this in a newsletter. So I'm going to open up HubSpot, for example, so that you guys can follow along, but this will be the same process for whatever email service provider you are using. Okay, we are in HubSpot now. So what you can do is you can just do reserve my spot or whatever you want, use the button tool in whatever email service provider, and then just include the link to the landing page. So that is one option like this. Great. Alternatively, if you want to use the AddEvent designed RSVP button, you can go ahead and grab that. I'm just going to grab this one because I like the color. Jump in here and then drag in an HTML block and go ahead and replace whatever you had in there with the code that we've provided. Awesome. Now you are all set. This RSVP is going to take you to, let's just see, preview web version. There we go. If I click that, it is going to take me to the landing page where I can fill out my RSVP information. Last thing I want to show you, once people have RSVP'd, where does that go? Great question. RSVP attendees right here. If you click see more, you will see the RSVP. So that one that we did before, we can see it's collected my name and all the other information that we've requested. You can download this at any time. Last thing that I mentioned is if you want to email your attendees one-off, this is like not the reminder email, not the confirmation email, that manual email send template we were talking about. You can go ahead and send it here. Hey, just a reminder to bring a coat. It's chilly outside today. Okay, you can choose if you want to only send it to those that are going, if you want to include it to anybody interested or not going, all of that stuff. And I would say, you know, VIP event reminder or whatever you want the title to be, or subject line, excuse me. If I hit send, that is going to go to the registered attendees now. So as a reminder, I know this is a little bit kind of confusing sometimes, the update email includes the message right here. So now when we receive that message, it should look to us like it is in this inline. Let's just see what it looks like 1 second. All right, so I'm in our email. Let's see the VIP event reminder. This is where I said, hey, just a reminder to bring a coat. It is chilly outside today. Now, if I didn't want to send the reminder with all of the event details and all that jazz, we can go ahead and remove that. So looking forward to seeing you all. Event updates below, or event reminders below. Okay, save form, right? Now let's go back and send that email again. Oops. Please remember to bring a coat. It's chilly outside. Send. Okay, one email sent successfully, so we can go ahead and close that. And let's go back, see if we get a new email in just a moment. There we go, event update. I didn't change the subject line that time. So looking forward to seeing you all. Event reminders below. Please remember to bring a coat. It's chilly outside. Perfect. All right, so we are all set. Hopefully that was helpful. And everybody is excited to send their VIP events, their RSVP events, whatever event you've got. We're excited to see it. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.